Hello, everyone. Whew, it's lovely to join you again. I know it's been a little while since I've gone live on my page, and I know we're still doing um, the healing through the chakras, and I'm nearly there. I woke up this morning feeling like it was time to do that, but I wanted to first of all do a video and teach you all a little bit, or go through a little bit of grounding and centering in these new earth energies, because it's bringing about with a shift that we've had, we can be grounding into the earth, and the earth is moving so much and in so much transformation herself that it can feel really unsettling. So and it is probably perfect to go through this at this time while we've got, it is the beautiful 12th of the 12th here. So a beautiful portal, activation portal, and also leading up to Christmas and the end of the 9 year and moving into our 1 year next year. So I think there will be a lot of stuff shifting and moving about, and lots of new pathways opening up over the next month or two, which will be really, really exciting. Okay, so I've noticed I've got somebody on live, which is lovely. So thank you for joining me. Okay. So just relaxing, and we're going to do this centering and grounding and take you through this. We're also going to be activating your crystalline grid, and I'll go through and teach you how to do that as well. Okay. Okay, they told me we're still talking. Sorry, they've still got stuff to say. So before on the planet, we were living in a very closed loop grid, is a great way of describing it. So it was just this closed loop. There was no way out of it. And if you think about the karma wheel, it's very, that same thing. We were just coming back and doing the same thing, and our energy was limited to what was available on the planet. Now that has shifted, and it's a little bit like if you're in computer terms, closed source and open source. So closed source is where the company itself write the programs, write the code. Sorry for all you computer people who are up with this, and I'm not explaining it very well, themselves, and nobody else can interfere with that. So it's closed. Open source is a bit like your now the word's gone. Yep, gone. Where anybody can write programs for that. So with website building, those who use, it's not Squarespace, it's the other one. Crap! Now my brain's gone. Other people can write programs for that. So that's open source. And so we've moved from a closed source earth to an open source earth. And we ourselves are becoming more open source, which means we are the masters. We get to write our own programs. So we're not limited to what was designed for us or what we chose before we came here. We're now open source, where we can choose as we're going and create as we're going. And that's what we mean when we say we are creating our reality for ourselves. Sorry, just getting messages through. Should have turned that off. Okay. Okay, so we're going to, and with that, what is happening is our energetic system is like a programming system. So it's like an operating system, and that's shifted from a closed operating system to an open source operating system, meaning we have more control over it and how it is. And so when I talk about activating your new crystalline grid, that is what we're doing. We're going to activate a new energetic grid around you and within you, a new energetic system, and that will allow energy to flow more freely. So rather than it being just this closed loop of energy that it's really hard to bring in more energy. You're limited to what energy you actually have within you, whereas this open source allows you access to so much more energy and to bring it through you and onto the planet in a much larger way, and it flows freer. It's not full of all the gunk that we've collected over eons. Okay, so I don't know if I've explained that very well because I feel a bit spacey because I'm in this healing space. So hopefully that makes sense to you all. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment or ask, private message me. Okay, so we'll start with activating your grid. So when I see this at the moment, I'm seeing it as like little lights or crystals in a geometric pattern around people's energy field. And each person seems to be slightly different and unique to the person. And so we're going to activate them. And when you are feeling a little bit contracted down and low on energy, and feeling like you've given too much or you haven't got enough to go around, or you're feeling really, really tired, it's really important to check in with this grid. And what you can do is visualize your own grid, and you'll visualize and see it however it works for you, or just know about it or feel it, or intend for it to be activated. So just make sure that you've switched that on, or connecting to it is probably a good way of putting it, because it's probably always on. And then imagine that the energy is flowing through you and out and back through you and out and going out into the world, and you're bringing energy back in. You can bring it down from source, up from the earth, and out and around and through your grid. Okay, so that's a beautiful, beautiful way of connecting back in with your source. You're becoming the source of all that you need, all that you desire, and it's our hearts opening that are creating this new earth. It's going to be based on divine love, and divine love is going to flow through our heart spaces. So it's not outside of us, it is through us. So all your experiences, everything that you are going through, is bringing that onto the planet. It is creating a new earth. It's not for somebody else to do, and it's not something that's just going to happen around us. It's happening through us as we're living our life. And so as we're activating our new grid and bringing that energy through, we are actually creating and building a new earth, which is awesome. Okay, so first of all, when we're grounding and centering, we want to switch on that grid. Make sure we've connected to our grid. Visualize that energy flowing up through us from Mother Earth and coming down, and you can imagine it a very expanded amount of light. So notice how much light you're allowing in. Are you allowing a little channel in? A lot? Maybe it's like a funnel, huge. Maybe it's like massive. So just imagine, play around with it, see how it feels to you, and where it feels comfortable. And that might change from day to day, moment to moment. Notice if it comes through in a different colour. It might come through in different colours of light, different essence, different feeling, different quality of energy coming through depending on what you're going through. So just become aware of that and allow that energy to come through. Okay, so let's do some grounding and centering now that we've activated our grid. I'm just checking that everybody, whoever watches this, that's all done. Okay. It's awesome. So some of them are just a bit slower coming to activate. Some of you haven't activated yours yet, and so they're just taking a little bit of time coming online. I suppose it's a good way of putting it. Okay. That's done. Okay. So now we're just connecting in with our heart space. So sometimes putting your hand on your heart's a great way of connecting in. And just breathing. And this is a beautiful grounding and centering that you can do inside. I had a request from somebody who said, you know, they're in America and it's freezing cold outside, and so to go outside sometimes is just not comfortable to ground, and so they wanted to be able to ground really well even though they're inside. So this is something you can do anywhere. Obviously being outside on the earth is great, but as she's moving about as well and going through her shifts too, it can feel a bit unsettling. especially if the rest, there's a lot going on with humanity as well. So lots of energy just coming through our heart spaces. So just breathing. Okay. Now we're going to take our energy from our heart space and imagine a channel opening up, a channel of light opening up down through the middle of your body, down through all your chakras. So we're going down through our solar plexus, sacral, base chakra, down into our earth star, which is below our feet, and into the earth. The channel of light, seeing that go down through into the middle of the earth. You might see it going through all the layers of the earth, right down into her center. We want to connect to her crystalline grid center. So connecting in. Beautiful, lovely. Okay, now we're going to bring that energy up from the center of the earth, back up through all the layers, back up to your earth star chakra below your foot. Activating the earth star chakra, you might see that light up, coming up through into your body, lighting up all your chakras as it comes through into your heart space. Just integrating it here into your heart space, activating your heart. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to take it up from our heart space up to our throat chakra, our third eye, our crown, up through our higher chakras, up, out, through the sky, through the Earth's atmosphere, all the way out into the universe, out into space. Now you can take this through to the cosmic sun, to the central sun, through to any planet that you feel connected with, any planet or star system. And then you want to take it through to the divine source, all the way up to divine source. I always see this as a beautiful, pristine light. It's very white, a bit hard to describe because it's not white as we see it. All the way up to divine source. And that should feel differently to connecting to the Earth's crystalline grid. You should feel a different quality as you connect up into the divine source. And then coming back down, bring that channel down. We want to open that channel up nice and wide. Some of you have it very little. So I want to open it up nice and wide. So just intend for it to widen, or see that widen, or feel that widen for you. And then coming down through the cosmic sun, central sun, coming through the star systems and planets that you feel aligned with, connecting with the portal energies that are opening up and flowing through into our planet, all those beautiful benevolent energies helping us to ascend. Coming down, down into the earth's atmosphere, down through all your upper chakras, down through your crown chakra, and it's activating these chakras as it comes through, widening and activating them, your third eye, your throat, and down into your heart space. And again, just taking a deep breath here. Integrating that energy. And now what we want to do is seeing that flow through all of your crystalline grids. So you've got energy going out to the earth, coming back in. As you're breathing, it's going out to the universe, connecting with source, coming back down through into your heart space, and then going out through your body and your grid and your aura. So imagine it all moving and flowing in ways like I feel it doing this, coming out and going through. If I go like this, it feels like it's not quite right today, but we're going out like this. So just notice how that feels. Move it around in different ways and see how it feels. This is your energy system, and it's going to be unique to you. I'm finding a lot of the old ways of doing things, the old structures, the old ways of healing are magnificent and still have their relevance. But I'm also finding that there are these new ways, and not always the old rules are fitting with the new way of being. So remember, you are the authority. You are sovereign to your own energy. And this is your body, your energy field. And so it is okay for you to play around and see how it feels. Move the energy in different ways. Notice what feels better in your body and what feels better to your energy field. What gets it flowing more? Energy, it should be moving. So think of a stream of water. If the stream is moving along and it's bubbling along beautifully, it's crystal clear. That's what you want. Whereas if it's slow down and it's too slow and not moving, you get stagnant water. And if it's rushing too much, it just gets overwhelming sometimes. So you want it to be moving freely, flowing freely, the energy in your energy field, and in a perfect harmony with the rest of your being. So not too fast and not too slow for you. And this may change from day to day. The more you practice this, your energy field will get used to the flowing of energy, and it will keep increasing. Good morning, Kelly. So lovely to have you join me. How are you this morning? Hopefully really well. You must be on your way to work probably this morning at this time over there. Okay, so just play around with that and know that you are the authority of your energy field. That is something with activating your grid, that you become the source of your energy, the source of your light coming through, the source of your abundance. Everything is coming through you, not outside of you. Oh, I just got into the city. Awesome. Well, enjoy your day, beautiful. And have a wonderful day at work. And activate your grid. Hopefully you feel all lovely with it all activated. Okay. Now you can do this for around your homes. You can do this, you can tap into the earth herself. As we went down, we were tapping into her crystalline grid at the bottom. Now, like I said before, the earth, sometimes she's going through her own shifts as well. And she's integrating all the light that's flowing to the planet through us and through all the portals and just the flow coming from the sun and the central sun, all of the different energies. And so sometimes when there's a lot going on, it can feel a little bit unsettled connecting to her. So connect to her crystalline grid if you need to. If that doesn't feel okay, it's okay to just connect deep into the center of the earth. All of it is all perfect and right at the time. Awesome, Kelly. Enjoy. Thank you for watching. Okay. I'm still just a little bit lightheaded, so there's still just a little bit going on. Okay. And a lot of grounding is coming into your heart center now, because we are becoming sovereign to our own energy source. So imagine we're our own little planets here. And what this does as well is it stops there are a lot of programs and patterns where we were feeding off each other's energy. And there's still a fair bit of that going on in different places and different organisations and structures. It's been the matrix, the old matrix or the old grid has been dismantled and dissolved, but some of those structures are still integrating that. And we still have patterns within ourselves. So when we are projecting out onto somebody, really what we're trying to do is take their energy. When we're projecting out into somebody, it's somebody else's fault about something. this person is doing something to us. All of those things where we're projecting outwards are normally because we are not connected to our own source, our own power, and we are trying to get that from somewhere else. And so it's when you are activating your grid and doing this grounding and centering, you're actually connecting to your own source of energy. And you'll find that those patterns will be released and you will do that less and less. And your life will become in flow with your truth and your purpose, your divine truth and your divine purpose, rather than being mixed up with everybody else's. Of course, we are still connected and we are still all one, but in each of that is our own unique flow. And a lot of the time we're too busy connecting into others and projecting outwards that we're not connected to it into our own unique flow. So take some time to connect with your unique flow, your divine truth, your divine magic. And I think that is everything. So thank you so much for joining me, for those who joined me live, and for anybody who watches this afterwards. I'm also going to try and post this to YouTube so everybody can practice the grounding and centering and activating their grids. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you all later. Bye.